special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities, with a senior staff.
Good afternoon. We're live here in beautiful Bloomfield, New Mexico at Bobcat Stadium, and it's a big-time matchup here at Bobcat Stadium as the home team, the Bloomfield Bobcats. They're going to host the Aztec Tigers over the hill. Stephen, we look forward to this game every single year.
Yeah, this is one of those matchups that you look forward to because this is the Over the Hill Rivalry. And it's been this way since we were kids, and it's a fun game. Both these teams playing some really good baseball right now, and I think we're going to see a good game tonight.
No doubt about it. I mean, both of these teams know each other well. They've got to scout each other very well. They both played in a really tough tournament season this year for themselves. They played in the Farmington tournament. They played in the Pedro Vista Invitational, and then they had their own tournaments. And so a lot of baseball being played here between both of these teams. Aztec is 11-5 on the season. Bloomfield is 8-7. Both ranked in the top 10. We'll get to that here in just a moment, but we'll tell you the starting hitting lineup for the Aztec Tigers is going to be number 2, Jace Archuleta leading off. Hitting this 2 spot, number 6, Tyler Ray. Hitting third, number 17, Kel Watson. Hitting cleanup, number 3, Christian Holmes. Hitting fifth, number 20, Uriah Gonzalez. Hitting sixth, number 7, Corey Douglas. And hitting seventh is number 27, Hayden Eaton. Hitting 8th is number 11, Brody Sagata, and hitting 9th is number 24, Ethan Hangst, and being DH for is the pitcher, number 10, Caden Anderson.
All right, we will have your starting lineup defensively for the Bloomfield Bobcats. Out on the mound today is going to be number 13, Manuel Chavarria. Behind the dish is going to be number 7, Tatum Collado. Over on first base, number 21, Johnny Yates. At second base, number 14, Elias Munoz. At third base, we're going to have number 6, Cabo Caruth. And at shortstop, it's going to be number 5, Troy Armijo. Out in left field, number 3, Gavin Peacott. Center field, number 11, Damian Armijo. And out in right field is going to be number 9, Marcus Garcia.
Well, definitely, in my opinion, Stephen, I'm sure you will disagree. These two teams are in the top 5, in my opinion. They've got Aztec ranked number 7, Bloomfield ranked number 9. I think both of these teams should be in the top 5, no doubt about it. But we'll be right back. We're going to pay tribute to our country, to our men and women that serve here in the States and abroad. It's our national anthem. You're listening to Desert Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Technical difficulties, just a moment.
Well, no better way to start a baseball game than with the national anthem. Had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but Albert ran over there and saved the day, got the music going. Good job, Albert.
Well, you know, I love talking baseball. As you both already know, we got Corey Kitchens running production over here, Stephen Parks, Albert Velarde, and you know, for the Bloomfield Bobcats, they are 8-7 on the season, ranked number 9. Like I mentioned, both of these teams, in my opinion, they're in the top probably 4 to 6 teams in the state. They'll prove that as the season goes on, but they've got number 13, Manuel Chavarria, on the mound tonight pitching for the Bloomfield Bobcats, who are in royal blue jerseys, white pants, Aztec in all black pinstripes. But Manuel Chavarria, man, everybody knows that name. I mean, he was a superstar in football, comes on over to baseball. Steven, he's a big-time catcher for the Bobcats as well. Excellent hitter, a big-time leader for the Bobcats. I expect big things from him today on the mound.
Yeah, he's just an all-around athlete. And like you said, normally he's behind the plate. We normally don't get to see his face, but he is out there on the mound this evening. He'll be pitching tonight in this big district matchup. Is this the first game of district?
This is opening night for district. And man, couldn't ask for a better game on opening night, because I think, this is just my opinion, in my opinion, it's going to come down to these two teams at the end of district. Absolutely. I mean, Bloomfield, the reigning district champs, they are the runner-up for the state championship. They played in the state championship last year, I believe, against Artesia. Came up short in that game, but I got to tell you, Bloomfield got hot at the right time last year, Stephen. We did a number of their games. We got to see them down in state, and they really got hot right when you want to see a baseball team getting hot. On the flip side of that, Aztec trying to fight back. They're 11-5 on the season, ranked number 7, dropped a heartbreaker to Hope Christian in the championship game in the Moriarty tournament. They had that game won 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 outs. They end up losing that game. Yeah. They end up losing that game 5-4. So just a heartbreaker there. But both of these teams are hot right now, Stephen, and we're going to expect big things tonight at this game. And leading off for the Aztec Tigers here in the top of the first inning is going to be number 2. It's the third baseman, Jace Archuleta. He'll step in from the right-hand side of the box. And you've got Chavarria throwing from the right-hand side. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for strike 1.
Man, good-looking pitch from Chavarria right off the bat. And I'm sure Jace wishes he could take that back and take a hack at it, because that thing was a nice pitch. Here comes the next one. That's going to be an off-speed pitch. It's going to go outside and low for ball 1. Folks, bear with us as we are dealing with the wind. Our outfield, our center field camera, the view you're looking at, that was going to be in the dirt as well for ball 2.
We got about, 30, 40 mile an hour going on out here?
And we've got it secured the best we can out there, and it's given us a few fits. We've already had to cut out a couple of our cameras, our batter cameras. But, folks, we want to bring you the best production we can, and we will continue to do that. So that one's outside, so that's going to be ball 3. So 3-1 the count now to Jace Archuleta. I'm sure he's going to make him get a strike here. He's not going to be swinging. Oh, he is going to swing. He's going to take a hack, and that's going to be fouled off for strike 2. Full count now to Jace Archuleta. I thought he might get the red light right there and force him to throw that strike. Jace said, well, I'm going to take a hack at it. I missed that first one. I'm going to take a hack at this one.
Yeah, Chavarria started him with a fastball right down the heart of the plate, threw 3 straight balls. So, he's got to be alive. That pitch is a fastball down low for ball 4. So Jace gets the job done. He'll head on down to first base, and that'll bring up the 2-spot hitter. It's number 6, the second baseman, Tyler Ray, who had a hot tournament himself at the plate in Moriarty. So he's got Jace Archuleta over at first, Chavarria with his first walk of the game, and that will be Archuleta, who takes off to second base, no throw, and it's an easy stolen base as the ball was thrown into the dirt. It is a strike. But now Aztec has a runner in scoring position in Archuleta, and he can fly on the base pass, Stephen. Archuleta is fast.
Well, I thought it got fouled off right there, but Tyler Ray just stayed out there, and it went off of Chavarria's glove to the ground, and Jace safe over there at second. And you are correct. Jace is fast. There he goes to third. Oh, and there's going to be a hit by pitch as Why is Jace going back?
Because it hit the pitchers or hit the batter, so it's a dead ball.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Jace was there too. That was unfortunate. But so hit by pitch. Man, so Aztec in good shape here to start the – I mean, you don't want to get hit by a pitch necessarily, but they're in good shape as they have runners on first and second, no outs. And near 3-hole hitter, number 17, Cale Watson, stepping into the box. This young man is quite the athlete as well. If you want somebody in there right now, it's this kid. Wow, that's going to be over the head. Oh, almost overthrows third, but both runners will be safe as they will advance on that high pitch for ball one. So now 2 runners in scoring position as Cale Watson steps back into the box. Chavarria just unable to find any kind of control yet. That one's going to be outside for ball 2.
Yeah, Collado really saved
Yes.
Bloomfield on that last pitch. He had to come completely out of his stance and jump about as high as he possibly could, haul that ball in, and he did. Thank goodness he did for Bloomfield, if you're a Bloomfield fan. And here comes a pitch again, swung on way up in the zone. Swung on it, missed for strike 1, 2-1 the count.
It's up in those
That's
eyeballs.
that. I like to call it the baseball pitch. You know what I mean? Because that's the one pitch everybody seems to never lay off. 2-1 the count here, outside for ball 3. So 3-1 the count for Chavarria against Cale Watson. And Watson now, Steven, he's going to dig in here. He knows that Chavarria's got to bring a strike. He can still put him over at first base for the force out. Let's see if they go at him. No, that ball slipped completely out of his hands, and Watson will draw the walk. And now the bases will be loaded for the 4-spot hitter. It is number 3, Christian Holmes, who had a really big tournament in Moriarty as well at the plate. So he's got an opportunity here. Bases loaded for the Aztec Tigers. No outs. The wind is blowing straight out to center field.
Yep.
Chavarria, working out of the windup. He'll pepper a fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
I was getting ready to say, if he gets a hold of one, that wind can help it carry it out of here. This is your 4-hole hitter. That one's going to be high for ball 1. And
really anybody.
Yeah. Chavarria he's all over the place right now. He's going to have to, he's like, he can't hear Corey, but he's got to slow down. He's got to calm down, slow down, and start hitting his spots. And that one's going to be low and in the dirt for ball 2. And folks, if you're out there, we see we've got viewers on. If you're out there watching, tuning in, send us a shout-out on the live chat on the YouTube, and we'll let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. We'll send those shout-outs over the air. Here comes the next pitch. Oh, and he hits it perfectly down the third baseline, and that is going to drive in at least 2 runs. Looks like it's going to be 3 runs as Christian Holmes with a 3-run double. Wow. Great hit by Christian Holmes. That thing went perfectly down the third baseline, stayed fair, and rolled all the way to the corner of the field. So just what Aztec needed as Christian Holmes with a 3 RBI double, Albert.
It's just a beautiful piece of hitting. It was a fastball in the inner half of the plate. Holmes hit it exactly where the ball was thrown. He peppered that right down third base line. It went out to the field. Hey, nice throw from the left fielder, though, and Peacock. He got it in pretty quick and made a play of it at home. And Chavarria almost hits another batter as Gonzalez. The ball just went right over the top of his head for ball 1, and that'll move Holmes on the stand-up double with 3 RBIs. Now he's over in scoring position at third. And Uriah, this young man steps up in this spot, Steven. He lives off of being in spots like this with a runner in scoring position. That's a wild pitch. We're going to have a play at home. Here's the slide and the throw. Not in time, and it's safe, and it's a quick 4-0 lead for the Aztec Tigers here in the top of the first inning over the Bloomfield Bobcats.
Wow. So Aztec, I don't think you could ask for a better start than this. They've had 4 batters. They've got 4 runs. Uriah Gonzalez, I was going to say, this young man, he finds a way to come up with hits, and he is a great hitter as well. But unfortunately for Chavarria, he's just not even been able to find the zone to even get most of these batters swinging.
There it is.
There it is. Finally finds one, gets it in there for strikes. So 3-1 the count to Uriah Gonzalez. And Chavarria just battling out there on the mound. And they're going to call that a strike. It looked like it was inside and a little bit high. I don't think Uriah thought that was a strike, but umpire called it. So full count now as Chavarria battles back. Here comes the pitch. And it'll be ball 4. So now Uriah Gonzalez takes first base, and that'll bring up number 7, Corey Douglas. As this young man's been having a pretty good season at the plate as well. I think he's hit a couple out already this season, hasn't he?
Sure has. Yep, hit one out at Ricketts, hit another one out at the Moriarty tournament. Right now, Chavarria, I understand for sure the comment of him needing to slow down, and for sure he definitely does. But I think that that's what gets his groove moving, is he does not like to think a lot. And there's a lot of pitchers, as Corey knows, being a high school catcher, pitchers, they play a lot of mind games with themselves that they're having a tough time finding the strike zone. So let's see. Right now, he's slowing things down because he's working out of the stretch. That's a check swing. They're going to say safe. So ball 1-1. I mean, it was close, but nonetheless, they're down there and we're up here. But it's a 4-0 lead for Aztec in the top of the first inning, no outs. Uriah Gonzalez standing over at first base after he drew the walk. Douglas right now with the 1-1 count, and he's going to be digging in as well. That was on the inside half of the plate. I wasn't sure if he was going to call it a strike or a ball. And this umpire usually is quick with his strike call, so hopefully we'll get him quick here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to watch the screen here. That one's going to be hit right back to Chavarria. He's going to go to second, and he will not get it over to first base on the fielder's choice. So Douglas ends up safe. Bloomfield comes up with their first out of the day, as that will be the one. Was it 1-6? It was 1-6, correct?
Correct.
1-6, out number 1. That'll bring up number 27, Hayden Eaton, the designated hitter for the Aztec Tigers.
Yeah, right now that was a big out for Chavarria to just get it hit right back at him. Have an opportunity to roll a double play, but Douglas way too fast for that. There's a fastball right down the middle for strike 1 again. If you're eating in these hitters, the actual, the stats tell you do not swing at a first pitch. Corey will tell you, any baseball play, anybody out there will tell you do not swing at the first pitch. The numbers are staggering to how many get on base after swinging at the first pitch. Now, having said that, there's some big-time hitters. There's a shot out into left field. Is he going to get out of here? It's way up, and it's gone. Home run, number 27. Eaton hits it over the left field fence, Steven, and it's a 6-0 lead that quick as Eaton took that for a ride.
Wow, and that's what we were talking about. You get a hold of one, and you know what, I'm going to say it. The wind's not even really blowing right now, but he got a hold of that sucker and takes it out over the left field fence for a 2-run home run. Wow.
And with one out, 7-0 the lead, and we're going to have a quick pitcher change. I'm assuming that's what we're seeing here. Yep, so you're going to see Chavarria. Number 14 is going to come in and pitch now for the Bloomfield Bobcats. That is Elias Munoz. So he'll come in and pitch as Elias is playing second base. I'm assuming they're going to put Chavarria back at catcher, and it looks like they're going to move number 4 in to play second base. So let's see. They're going to take out Tatum, Collado, and number 4 from Bloomfield will take his hitting spot.
Okay, so number 4 is coming in.
So he'll be hitting 9-hole now. Number 4, and if you give me a moment, I'll let you know who that is. It is
Higgins.
Oh, there we go. He had it before I did.
Corey, well, he's got it over. Drayton Higgins.
Yeah, I don't even have him on the roster that coach put him on.
Yeah, I got all those names off of Max Preps today, so we're assuming it's Drayton Higgins. I would assume.
Drayton Higgins?
Drayton
Higgins enters the ball game for the Bloomfield Bobcats. He's going to play second base, and that's going to move Elias Munoz over to pitching, and Manuel Chavarria, he'll move over to catcher. And that is your change now. So a quick pitching change will bring Elias Munoz to the mound, and we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Desert Sports Live.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
All right, so the Bloomfield Bobcats now on the mound is number 14, Elias Munoz, playing second base. Number 4, Drayton Higgins. And, of course, Chavarria behind the home plate, catching now. We got some messages coming in.
Yeah, we got we had one person that says, Dude Bro said, is that the correct score on the screen? Yes, it is. I apologize.
Right.
It is not the correct score. It should be Aztec 6. And
that's
Bloomfield
right.
0. So
thank you for tuning in and asking us that.
I thought it was. I just looked at it and that was incorrect. Yes, it's Aztec 6, Bloomfield 0. So we got that. We just now corrected that. But we have Josh Eaton that says "Let's go Tigers," and then Jay he was correcting it. It says Aztec 6, Bloomfield 0.
Well,
so yes.
I wonder if that Josh Eaton has any relation to Hayden Eaton, who just hit a 2 RBI home run.
So yeah,
got Brody Sagata. He's the sophomore catcher stepping in at the plate, number 11. He's actually had an excellent 2 last tournaments that he's been at the plate. He'll look at ball 1. And, folks, I do apologize. Thank you for sending that text message in. Was putting that on the wrong score sheet. So, yes, Aztec 6, Bloomfield 0. And here we go, the new pitcher in Munoz. He gets a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. So 1-1 the count. And bases are cleared for the Tigers with 1 out. Quite windy out here today, folks. And I would venture to say, Steven, that it's not a baseball game this season if it's not windy. That swung on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's just baseball season, right?
Hey, we got lucky at the Farmington Invitational. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, we did. It was, and there's strike 3 as Brody goes down looking. And that will be out number 2. So that'll bring up number 24, Ethan Hanks, to the 9-hole hitter for Aztec. So Aztec has batted through their complete lineup here to start this game.
Yeah, with 2 outs, the senior will step in from the right-hand side of the box. Fouled off right back here towards us. And, Munoz, I like how this young man operates. Give me the baseball, let me go to work. He just gets up on the mound. And fastball after fastball. So good job by Munoz to come in. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. And that curveball that he throws comes in really hard. Wonder how that's going to look for them to keep up with that. 0-2 the count here. Swung on and missed. And that'll end the inning for the Aztec Tigers, but not before they come out and put 6.
Yep, so there was 6 runs with 2 hits, no runners left on base, and no Bloomfield errors. So that's going to do it for the top of the first inning, where Aztec leads 6-0, and we will be right back.
Looking
for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
Welcome back. We're headed to the bottom of the first inning as Bloomfield will come up to bat. And here is your starting lineup for the Bloomfield Bobcats. Leading off, number 5, Troy Jaramillo. Hitting number 2 is number 14, Elias Munoz. Hitting third, number 3, Gavin Peacock. Hitting cleanup, number 13, Manuel Chavarria. Hitting fifth, number 6, Cable Caruth. And hitting sixth is number 21, Johnny Yates. Hitting seventh, number 9, Marcus Garcia. Hitting eighth, number 11, Damian Jaramillo. Hitting ninth, number 4, Drayton Higgins.
All right, defensively for the Aztec Tigers, out on the mound is going to be number 10, Caden Anderson. Behind the dish is going to be number 11, Brody Sagata. Over at first base, number 20, Uriah Gonzalez. Second base is going to be number 6, Tyler Ray. Over at third base is going to be number 2, Jace Archuleta. At shortstop, number 17, Cale Watson. Out in left field is going to be number 24, Ethan Hengst. In center field is going to be number 3, Christian Holmes. And in right field is going to be number 9, Corey Douglas. And if you're Bloomfield, you're probably not looking forward to seeing this kid, because last year when he came over here to Bloomfield, he threw a no-hitter, correct?
He sure did. And he's going to have to face a tough leadoff hitter. And number 5, Troy Jaramillo, the shortstop for the Bloomfield Bobcats.
Yeah, Josh Eaton said he's a proud dad after that one. You were right.
All right, so it was relation. Okay. Yep. Well, Anderson, the left-handed pitcher, he'll face Troy Jaramillo, the speedster for the Bloomfield Bobcats. Both left-handed versus right-hand. That first pitch is a fastball down low for ball 1.
Yeah, Caden Anderson, he gets out on the mound. He's calm. He just does his thing. He's very consistent whenever he throws his pitches. Here comes number 2. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. So 2-0 the count here to start for Caden Anderson. Let's see if he can get in a rhythm. Chavarria just couldn't find that rhythm. Kind of struggled. Let's see if Caden Anderson can start hitting his spots. That's going to be a nice hit out in the gap between right, center, and right. Corey Douglas is going to come up with it. He's going to get it in. That's going to be a nice double as Troy Jaramillo will get things going for Bloomfield. That was a great hit.
Sure was. Piece of hitting, just hit it exactly where the pitch was thrown. Belt high, outer half of the plate, punched it out into right center field, and he gets his team started off with a double right off the bat. And I'll tell you, Bloomfield desperately needed that to get started. Number 14, Elias Munoz. He's now the pitcher who came in and made quick work of the Tigers. 2 strikeouts back to back. Once they put him into the game, he's at the plate now to help his cause. Huge lead at second. There's a ground ball hit to the second baseman. He missed it underneath his legs. Did Tyler Ray, and that's going to score a run on the error. And the Bloomfield Bobcats get on the board off the E4 from the second baseman.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Ray tried to backhand it, went right underneath his glove. Good backup from the center fielder is that the Munoz only gets to first, but he does drive in the run. He's not going to get credit for it, but the run does come in. So 6-1 is now your score as Aztec leads here in the first inning, and they're going to bring in a courtesy runner, number 2 for the Bobcats, Donovan Mickas. I hope I'm saying that right.
Well, Donovan for sure. Yep. We know that part. Yeah,
so.
Peacock. I mean, again, this kid is a big-time baseball player for the state of New Mexico, not just here in this area, but in the state of New Mexico. Peacock, a big-time baseball player, big off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. And, that's the one thing about these both of these lineups, Steven, is for these pitchers. They have to face tough hitters every single at-bat they face. Anderson with the runner at first. Off-speed pitch, ground ball to the shortstop. Here's Watson. Possible double play. Here's the throw. No way. Nowhere near in time, but got at least, Aztec did. They got Munoz out on the 6-4 ground ball, fielder's choice.
It was another, it was good contact, took a high hop, but you're going to have a hard time getting that past Kel Watson. He played that thing perfectly. He started to charge. He saw the bounce, pulled up, caught the ball, got it to second as quickly as he could. I think the high hop is what helped Peacock get on first base.
Well, Coach Favorino is protesting the call that the runner came in second did not slide and get out of the way. He has to get out of the way. I don't think either umpire was watching that, but no doubt about it, that's just the new rules, and I guarantee you the umpires weren't paying attention to that. So at least now they will. If he doesn't win the call, at least it gets it in the back of the umpire's head here. So at least both teams will now have that opportunity, right, to kind of clean that up and either slide or get out of the way. And here we go. Doesn't matter too much right now because it's one out. The umpires didn't see it. Runner at first base is Peacock, and Manuel Chavarria, he will step up to the plate. The catcher looking to continue to help Bloomfield out in this first. Whoa, that hit the front of the plate, and it went straight in the air. And nobody coming down here to help the catcher.
I know.
I mean, everybody's standing around watching the catcher trying to find the baseball, and nobody came running in. Finally, Jace Archuleta towards the end came running in, but hey, that was an awkward play. First of all, the ball hit the front part of the plate, flew about 15 feet in the air.
That was crazy. I don't know what it hit.
It hit the front of the plate. And then Brody trying to find it. Nobody comes off trying to point at him and yelling at him. But, gosh, I wonder if they could even hear him, Steven, as windy as it is.
Yeah, it looked like he might have had a hard time hearing. We got Hillary 942 says, let's go Bobcats. All right, so got somebody checking in for the Bobcats. Looks like we keep increasing our viewers. That's going to be fouled off. That'll make it strike two. So 1-2 the count as we have one out here in the bottom of the first inning where your score is 6-1. The Tigers leading. We've got a runner over here on third in scoring position. That's Gavin Peacock. And we have Manuel Chavarria at the plate. He's going to call a quick timeout.
Well, that's the only one he gets, so he's going to dig back in. The 1-2 count. Off-speed, hard ground ball is going to score a run for sure. Fielded by Watson, throw over to first in time, but he's going to get an RBI. And Bloomfield will put another run up on the board. 6-2 is the lead now. And we're going to bring up Cable Carruth. And this young man, Steven, in my opinion, he could put on a big-time play for the Gatorade Player of the Year here in New Mexico. He's that good of a baseball player.
Just a sophomore, too.
This young man is something special. First pitch in the dirt for ball one. So Anderson needing to look to get each of these hitters started early in the count, ahead in the count. That one's in the dirt. Here comes the second pitch with 2 outs. Big shot to the gap. Nobody's getting there. Off the warning track, it's going to be a double for sure, and that was just thrown right down the middle. A challenge pitch from Anderson to Cable. Fastball versus hand speed, and Carruth crushes a stand-up double.
Wow, nice hit by Carruth, just as he made you look good.
Sure did.
He comes up with a big hit. And now we got another big hitter coming up to the plate at number 21, Johnny Yates. Johnny Yates.
Oh, man. Yeah.
He does a great job at the plate.
They just don't get any easier with these.
No, it doesn't.
with either lineup, because this young man, hey, Steven, Yates can bring this into a 2-run lead in the snap of a finger. He's that good of a hitter. He's a dangerous hitter. Ton of power by Johnny Yates. Here comes a pitch. Off speed, down low for strike one. Clipped the lower half of the strike zone. Johnny Yates shakes his head, yep.
Kind of looked like it curved right across the corner of the plate right there. Nice pitch by Anderson.
Looking to get himself out of the inning. Ground ball to the third baseman. Archuleta handles it, but goes foul. So 0-2 the count on Johnny Yates. Now let's see if Anderson moves around the strike zone here against such a dangerous hitter with 2 strikes, or does he just go right at him?
Yeah.
Try to get yourself out of this inning. Yep, and that's what they did. Try to get him to chase it, but he does not. As you can plainly see, Cable Caruth standing at second base, giving them the signals.
Well, Johnny, he's smart when he's at the plate. Let's see if Anderson can find that out pitch. Oh, and he's going to get hit by a pitch. And that's going to be run down to first. And that'll bring up number 9, Marcus Garcia.
Well, we've had 2 hit by pitches in this game thus far. And Garcia with an opportunity with Cable Caruth standing over at second base and 2 outs. And Aztec looking to desperately try to get out of this inning. It's a 6-2 lead for the Tigers. And here comes a pitch from Anderson. Inside for strike 1.
Good looking pitch.
Well, and he actually missed his spot on that too. They wanted it outside. He threw it inside. It was the right call by Anderson for sure.
Our guy H.J. Wright just checked in and said, "Go Bobcats." Oh, it's going to be fouled off. It's going to stay in play. Oh, and he got it. Uriah Gonzalez comes up with the F3 on the foul ball. The wind blew it back into the field. So that is going to be 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, and 1 Aztec error. So after 1 complete inning, your score is 6-2. We'll be right back.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff,
we're headed to the top of the second inning. It's a 6-2 lead for the Aztec Tigers, and we're back to the top of the lineup. It's number 2, Jace Archuleta, who's drew a walk his first at bat, and he scored the first run of the game. He's back at the plate as Aztec hit through their entire lineup in the top of the first inning. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Comes a pitch again. High fly ball stays in the infield. Everybody trying to get there. Shortstop does. That wind plays wild for all of these players. And Troy Jaramillo hangs on to the ball for an F6 out number 1. So a quick out for the Bloomfield Bobcats this go around. Brings up the 2-spot hitter. It's Tyler Ray, who was hit by a pitch his first at bat. He'll step into the plate. Step up to the plate in the box. And there's strike 1. What I like about Munoz is he is an excellent strike thrower. He started every batter he's faced with a strike, the first pitch. There's a shot out into center field. It's going to be hauled in for an F8, out number 2 as Damian Hadamil hauls that in. So quick work and 2 outs for the Bloomfield Bobcats brings up number 17, the shortstop, Kel Watson, who walked his first at bat, scored a run. And it's a quick 2 outs for the Aztec Tigers thus far, but Watson, an excellent hitter at the plate. And here comes the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Off-speed pitch. So Munoz will dig in, and here comes a pitch again. A quick pitch that time. Fastball outside. The catcher tried to move it in, and Chavarria did his job. It looked outside, but he pulled it in, and that's what you're supposed to do as a catcher. You got to give your pitcher every edge you possibly can. Here comes a pitch. Set up down the middle of the plate, and if you're a Watson, that's the one you want to see right back at you, because that was right down the heart of the plate for strike 1.
All right.
Gets 2 more of those, though. Here we go. High fastball.
Oh, man.
Ball 3.
This young man in Munoz has come in and done a fantastic job as he's gotten the first 2 batters taken care of. On to Cale Watson. That one's going to be low and outside, and that will send Watson down to first base and bring up number 3, Christian Holmes, who had come up with that 3 RBI double back in the first inning.
Yeah, that was a big hit he had down third base line. Beautiful piece of hitting. So he's got an opportunity to keep this going as Watson's over at first base. I'm sure he's going to be taken off here shortly. There's a swing and a foul ball. Takes the count to 0-1 to Holmes. Yeah, Holmes just an excellent piece of hitting the last time he was up. And again, he's just had a fantastic couple of tournaments for the Tigers.
Yeah, this young man gets it done on the offensive and the defensive side for the Tigers. Both these teams have some great athletes. There's a steal. Oh, great throw by Chavarria. He placed that ball exactly where it needed to be to get Cale Watson, as that will be the 2-4. Is it 2-4 or 2-6?
2-6.
2-6. Out number 3. So there was no runs on, no hits, no runners left on base, and no Bloomfield errors. So after the top of the second inning, score remains 6-2. We'll be right back.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
Oh, you know why? You know what?
Welcome back. We're headed into the bottom of the second inning for the Bloomfield Bobcats. It's going to be 8-9-1 coming up. Damian Hadamil, Drayton Higgins, and top of the lineup, Troy Hadamil, all coming up for the Bloomfield Bobcats. And it's Caden Anderson on the mound for the Aztec Tigers. And he faced 7 batters the first inning, in the bottom of the first inning. So here we go. Both of these teams, of course, want this game, Steven. And it doesn't even matter if both of these teams had an opportunity to fight for the district championship or not. It'd still be an excellent game.
Well, we'll wait out until after this first pitch. That's going to be fouled. See, that wind is just keeping the ball in the field of play. And Gonzalez comes up with another F3. So that will be out number 1. As that will bring up number 4, Drayton Higgins, who came into the game back in the first inning. But, man, that wind sure is helped the Tigers out twice right there on outs, because normally that thing would have just drifted right out of play.
Yeah, you've seen the outfielders and the infielders for both teams. Line drive hit to the third baseman, and Archuleta couldn't haul it in. It hit right off the end of his glove. Should have been an F5 all day long, and just missed it. There's no other way to put it. Just missed the shot there.
Yeah, I think he thought he had it before he had it, and it goes off of his glove, and that will be E5 as Drayton Higgins will end up on first base. And we're back to the top of the lineup as number 5, Troy Armijo, 1 for 1 and a run scored. He had a nice double on his first at bat.
I mean, crushed it.
Crushed it, yeah. Wasn't it out into right center?
It sure was.
Yeah.
Ground ball to the second baseman. Ray bobbles it. He's going to have to go 1. No, he still goes 2. They called him safe. And you bobble, you go 1. You know you got to go 1. Unfortunately, he tossed it to the shortstop, and I'm telling you, he was out.
Yep.
But nonetheless, it should have been an easy double play, and now Aztec off another error has now first and second with 1 out. So Aztec just cannot seem to get out of their way right now defensively.
Well, now instead of being 3 up, 3 down, you're 1 out with runners on first and second. And this is what errors do in baseball. They can kill you. And Cale Watson knocks the ball down nicely, which doesn't allow a run to score, but now the bases are loaded.
That goes to show you how big those 2 errors were right now, Steven. And
yep.
You got 1 out now, and if Bloomfield scores on here, I mean, those were tough. Those should have been 2 easy outs, and we should be out of this inning right now. Legitimately, if you're an Aztec Tiger fan, you should be out of this inning. If you're Bloomfield, hey, this is your opportunity right now. This happened to Aztec the first inning, so Bloomfield now having a big opportunity. And they got Elias Munoz coming up to the plate. He's a big-time hitter himself, and he's got an opportunity here for the – pardon me. Yep, that's
Peacock.
right, Peacock,
Number
because
3, yep.
Munoz was the one that got the hit to the second baseman. There's a shot to Watson. He missed it, and that's going to score at least 3. And there you have it. Here's a throw to third in time.
Got him.
Got him out, 2 outs, but not after Bloomfield pulls this into 1. And now you want to talk about how big those errors were, Steven?
Yep. They should have been out of this inning.
Huge against Aztec.
No runs scored, and now here's Bloomfield takes advantage and puts up 3 runs. So that was a 3 RBI. Is that considered?
No, it's an error.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
E6. Yep.
So E6, so no RBI. So Cale Watson takes a stab at it, goes right past his glove and rolls all the way out to the wall. And, oh, man.
Here's the bad thing about this, Steven. Caden Anderson has done his job. He's throwing out on out plays, and unfortunately, if you're an Aztec Tiger fan, your Tigers defense ain't stepping up to the plate. They are not playing well right now in this inning.
Well, we got Dude Bros to keep it up, Aztec. That was before the 3 runs came in, but then you got Levi Stout, our wrestling coach, said, "Let's go Tigers," as he's tuning in on the broadcast. Here comes the pitch. Caden Anderson, that was going to be outside for ball 1. Yeah, you're right. If you're Caden Anderson right now, I mean, I know that you got to keep your head in the game, but you got to be frustrated. I mean, you're right. He's thrown out on out plays, and unfortunately, the score is now 6-5 as Bloomfield has drawn it to within 1. That one's going to be in there for strike 1.
Yeah, just mental lapse right now if you're an Aztec Tiger fan.
3 costly errors.
That's right, back to back. Here comes a pitch from Anderson. Fouled off. Gonzalez, who's really been busy today and has been a pillar for Anderson over at first to get those tough fly ball outs. Couldn't get there, ran out of real estate, so 1-2 the count on Chavarria, who's 0 for 1 in this game, but got an RBI off a ground ball to the shortstop.
Calls a timeout.
Yeah, he does it every at-bat.
You only get 1, though, now, right?
Only
Is that
1.
what you said?
That's
Yeah.
it. Right back up the middle. and it'll get through the infield as Bloomfield just continue. I mean, every bit of the momentum in this game just shifted over to Bloomfield.
Yes, it did.
I mean, you can tell by the body language by Aztec right now, they are reeling. They've got to get one of their seniors to step up, settle them down, and get an out. And if you're Bloomfield, keep it rolling, right? I mean, now you got to face Cable Caruth, who is 1 for 1 in this game.
Yeah, Cable Caruth had a nice shot out into left center in that gap all the way to the wall. He's going to foul that one off, and that will be strike one. So 0-1 to the count. Runner on first. 1 out here in the bottom of the second, as Cable Caruth looking to see if he can't keep things going for the Bobcats. They've just drawn it to within 1. 6-5 is your score. Aztec just trying to get out of this inning with no more damage done. That one's going to be high for ball 1.
Well, easier said than done facing this Bloomfield Bobcat batting lineup. That is a fact, and this is why you have to make out-on-out plays. I know I sound like a broken record, but you see exactly why that is so important, because now what should have been a 6-2 lead going into the top of the third is now a 6-5 lead.
Well, you kind of tend to feel the frustration for the coach. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what team it is. When stuff like that happens, it's just frustrating. But you got to keep your head in the game. We're only in the second inning. Nice shot down the third baseline. That's going to be fair all the way into the corner. That should score another run, and it will, as he is going for third. Here comes the throw, and it is not in time. So that is a RBI triple for Cable Caruth to tie the game.
Yep, you don't think that momentum switch over there was something serious? Yep, look at it now.
Yeah, that was a.
Now we're tied. You're tied up 6-6 here at this game, and that is everything we were just talking about.
Man.
If you are Aztec right now, so Aztec, they've got to figure something out, and Bloomfield looks like they've got it figured out. And that is a ball out of the zone for Johnny Yates. And it, again, broken record sound here. Doesn't get easier.
No, it doesn't.
Because Yates steps up to the plate, and this guy can give you the lead quickly. Nice job by the catcher for the Aztec Tigers and Brody Sagata to keep that in front of him and keep the speedster and Cable Caruth from scoring third. I mean, if that ball gets past you, Cable's scoring from third. He's that fast.
Yeah, Cable.
You're not going to stop him.
Yeah, Cable Caruth, an outstanding baseball player, got great field awareness. You're right. That thing gets by the catcher. He's already prepared to take off. He's gonna make his way home. We got Hillary 942 said, "Here we go," and yes, her Bobcats have just tied the game 6-6, and with the possibility of taking the lead right here is Johnny Yates with a 2-1 count, and let's make that a 3-1 count.
And you want to know what's wild? In this inning, Bloomfield has 1 earned run.
Yeah, you're right.
1 earned.
Yep.
So that goes to show how Bloomfield has taken complete advantage of the opportunities, and that's what championship teams do. Look at that. Johnny Yates, line drive right back up the middle, will get another RBI base hit.
Make that 2 earned runs.
That's right. And there's the second earned run there as Yates picks up an RBI, and Bloomfield now takes the lead 7-6. And just when you look like, I mean, it really had that feeling Aztec might run away with this, Bloomfield says, hold on.
5 runs off of 3 errors. Just unfortunate for Aztec. The wheels just came off as now we are on the 9th batter. There comes the pitch. That's going to catch the corner for strike 1 as Bloomfield now has batted through their lineup. We've got 1 out. Oh, I missed something.
2 outs, yep.
I'm sorry, 2 outs. I missed one somewhere. There's another hit. Cale Watson's going to scoop it up, and he is going to get over to the base for the unassisted out number 3. not before. There was 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 runner left on base, and 3 Aztec errors. Your score after 2 complete innings is now 7-6. The Bobcats lead, as we will be right back.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
We're heading top of the 3rd inning, and Bloomfield with every bit of the momentum on their side. They had a huge bottom of the 2nd inning as they put up a 5 spot against the Aztec Tigers.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, not only did they have they had a huge top and bottom of the 2nd inning. They went 3 up, 3 down, and then put up 6 runs? Or 5 runs, sorry, in the 2nd inning. So, yeah, huge 2nd inning for Bloomfield overall.
Yeah, Aztec had a huge 1st inning. Bloomfield has a huge 2nd inning. Curveball, check swing, ball 2's the count, 2-0. To Christian Holmes, who is 1 for 1 in this game with 3 RBIs and a run scored.
And pitch is going to be outside for ball 3. So, Munoz with 3 straight balls. We got Blah 4082 says, "Go Bobcats," as the Bobcats have just taken the lead. There's a pitch that's going to be outside for ball 4, so Christian Holmes will take a base on 4 straight balls, gets his job done as the leadoff hitter this inning, and that will bring up number 20, Uriah Gonzalez, who got on a walk in the 1st inning.
You know, somebody who can give this team, if you're an Aztec Tiger fan, a pep in their step, it's this young man right here, Uriah Gonzalez, an excellent hitter. Takes an off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, but, man, he's played a lot of baseball. He's put a lot of hard work in like all these other young men have, just as well, I'm sure. But Gonzalez, with an 0-1 count, he's got Holmes over at first. There's a pickoff move. Johnny Yates digs that out of the turf. Or Holmes is headed to second.
Yeah, good job by Johnny Yates to not allow that to go all the way to the fence. Here comes the next pitch. Chavarria, you got to be careful with Chavarria. He can gun you down quick.
Oh, huge arm by Chavarria. We've seen him throw out the speedster and Cale Watson. And actually, you mentioned it on that throw down a second. It had to be perfect to throw Cale out, and it was perfect. Oh, hits Uriah. Just tucked his shoulder. Tuck the front shoulder in, and he'll head on down to second. Hit by pitch, gets his job done, and that'll bring up the 6-hole hitter. It's number 7, Corey Douglas, who's 0 for 1. He'll step in from the left-hand side of the plate. He's got a runner at first. That is Gonzalez, a runner at second. That's Holmes. And it's a 7-6 lead with no outs, and we're in the top of the 3rd. And by the way, I think this is our first game this season, baseball-wise. We're not going to have a time limit.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because we've been doing all those tournaments.
Yep,
so
it's been all tournaments.
that one is in there high and outside for ball 1. As Aztec with no outs and runners on first and second, we've got number 7, Corey Douglas. They could sure use a big hit from this young man right now. That one's going to be high for ball 2. And if there's anybody that can get it done for you, it is Corey Douglas. You got to be careful where you place the ball, because if he gets a hold of one, he can definitely take it out of the park. So Munoz and Chavarria have a little chat, probably going over where they need to put this ball to keep it away from Mr. Douglas.
Yep, and that's going to be one visit for Bloomfield to the pitcher. Off-speed pitch in there, right down the middle for strike one.
Yeah, good-looking pitch. Thought he might take a swing at that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, in your Douglas, you know he's got to throw a pitch close to you. So, yeah, you want to dig in here, too, with the 2-1 count. There's a shot out to right field that's going to get down. It's going to score the runner from second for sure. Uriah Gonzalez trying his best to get around. He's going to make it to third. And that's going to be a stand-up double with an RBI for Douglas, and we're tied up again that fast.
And that's what they needed from Corey as he gets the RBI double. And that's what I was talking about. That young man, you give him an opportunity, and he'll make it count as he drives in the run to tie the game. And as Aztec trying to take back a little bit of momentum here. And that will bring up number 27, Hayden Eaton, who is 1 for 1 with a run scored as he hit that big 2-run home run in the first inning.
Well, he's just watched a fastball go right down the middle. You seen him shake his head like, dang it, I should have swung at that one. Yeah. Here comes the second pitch way outside for ball one, so 1-1 the count. And the wind's still picking up here in Bloomfield, of course, because it's baseball season and we can't have lovely weather. Oh, wait, we got lucky during the Farmington Invitational, but that's it.
Yeah.
Mother Nature says no more, folks. And that's ball 2 outside to 2-1 count on Hayden Eaton. Wow. You heard Steven mention he hit a big-time home run over left field with 2 RBIs.
Well, how nice was the weather yesterday? And then we get to – it's like game day. You can expect the wind and the rain and anything else that can come up. Here comes a pitch. Oh, nice curveball. Comes across the plate for strike 2. Wow. You're right, Corey. That was dirty.
Well, I'm not sure Eaton was expecting a curveball right there, too. Kind of buckled him a little. There's a curveball again outside. Tried to get him to chase it that time, but Eaton held down.
Yep, that was a – there's the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3 to Hayden Eaton as he will go down swinging. That's going to bring up number 11, Brody Sagata.
Yeah, he struck out last time. He struck out looking, kind of tilted his helmet, didn't agree with the call, but he's going to have an opportunity here, and he needs to step up. If you're an Aztec Tiger fan, he's got it big time now. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. It's tied up. That's outside for ball 1. You know, and Chavarria does his job proper. He's pulling that pitch in. It is outside. You can see it on the strike camera, but he's doing his job by pulling it in.
Yeah, you got to sell it.
All catchers do that. There's a check swing. Off-speed pitch. So now we've seen Munoz really amp it up with the off-speed pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dangerous pitch. Whenever it's on, man, that thing comes right across the plate. That's a great-looking pitch right down the middle as Sagata watches it go by. So 1-2 the count now to Brody Sagata. He's got runners on the second and third. 1 out here in the top of the third. Swung on and missed. That was up in that eyeball range, way high. But he'll take a swing at it. Strike 3 out, number 2. Number 24, Ethan Hengst. 0 for 1 coming up to the plate for the Tigers.
Well, when Bloomfield needed Munoz the most, he struck out the last 2 hitters. Big shot out into right field should end the inning. Unless it drops down. It does drop down. It's going to score 2. I don't know what happened with the right fielder and the second baseman, Steven, as Garcia was right there to catch it, but Higgins kept running, and then you seen the right fielder in Garcia stop. Higgins kept running. He just couldn't catch up with it, and Aztec gains of the 2-run lead back 9-7.
Wow, is that considered an error, or is that
no,
considered
that's a hit?
Okay, so a 2 RBI base hit then. That one's going to be low and outside to Jace Archuleta for ball 1. That was like that you call that the Texas Leaguer, right?
It sure is. That'll drive every coach and pitcher in America nuts. Well, and if you're a Bloomfield fan right now, that hit just drove you nuts because, you know, if you kind of think about it, shouldn't have got anywhere. I think that's 2-0 the count. 2 balls thrown back to back to the leadoff hitter in Jace Archuleta, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. There's a fastball up high for ball 3.
So Munoz, he has moments where he's hitting his spots, and then he has moments where he's in a situation like this where he's down 3-0 in the count, and he's going to have to throw a strike here. Let's see if Jace, he's going to pull around like, oh, good job by Chavarria to sell that one. There's that, what you were talking about, pulls it back into the middle, gets the strike call. So 3-1 the count now to Jace Archuleta, 2 outs, and he's going to hit that one, and it's going to be high, and it's in that spot, that same crazy, and that's going to drive in another run as Aztec is now taking the lead back and some. So now we're seeing a momentum shift the other way. So nice job. That's going to be considered a double, correct?
Sure is.
So a double, RBI double for Jace Archuleta. And it's going to score another run.
That's right. Makes the score 10-7 with 2 outs. Archuleta standing over at second, and if you're a Tiger fan, you desperately needed that from Archuleta to get back into extended lead because, as you've already seen, a 3-run lead's never safe with Bloomfield around with that lineup. There's no doubt about that.
Number 6, Tyler Ray. He's going to hit it to the third baseman. He's going to hold the runner and then throw it over to first. So that's the 5-3 out number 3, but not before there was 4 runs on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base and no Bloomfield errors. So after the top of the 3rd inning, your score is now 10-7. Aztec takes the lead back. We will be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
Well, we're headed into the bottom of the 3rd inning, and man, is this game everything we thought it was going to be. Number 9 ranked Bloomfield, the home team. Number 7 ranked Aztec. In a district opening night for district, that's a high fastball for ball 1. As at the plate, number 11, Damian Jaramillo for the Bloomfield Bobcats, 0 for 1 in this game. He flew out in foul territory to the first baseman, Uriah Gonzalez. There's a fastball way outside for ball 2. So 2-0 the count.
You know, right now, this game, it just feels like it can go either way. I mean, and this is the first game of district. I know it seems minor at this point, but this is a game, it could come down to these games between these 2 teams at the end of the season. You want to come out of here with a win tonight, no matter what. Oh, and that's going to be inside for ball 3. So 3-0 the count now to Damian Armijo, the center fielder for the Bobcats. And just looking to see if he can't get something started here for his team. Here comes the pitch. Oh, gosh, that one got away from Anderson. So that's going to send Armijo down to first base on the walk and bring up number 4, Drayton Higgins, who got on. Isn't he the one that hit that line drive down the third baseline, and it was
right off the glove.
Right off the glove of Jace Archuleta. And that,
I mean, it was smoked.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If you ask Jace, he should have caught that all day long.
Yeah.
But that ball was a rocket hit right at Jace. Here's Anderson with a quick move over to first. Wide left as Uriah had to turn his body completely around to haul that one in. And now the wind blowing dead left field. So it doesn't want to make up its mind whether it goes to center or left. See if that plays havoc on the defense at all. There's a fastball down low for ball one.
Well, we were talking about it during the break. Aztec got those hits that fell right there in the middle of three players, and now we're here out between two players. And, when the wind is doing what it's doing, those aren't just routine, easy plays. I mean, we've seen Gonzalez over here on first base get 2 outs just because the wind blew the ball and kept it in the field of play to make the catch when they typically would be out. So not an easy day to play baseball.
No, I mean, you've seen for Aztec defensively as well, or excuse me, for Bloomfield defensively as well, you've seen their shortstop and their second baseman have to readjust to fly balls as the wind is causing havoc for them. I mean, just really on both teams. This almost has the feel of who is going to be batting last.
Yeah, that's what it does feel like.
Might come away with it. So let's see what Aztec's got figured out here as Coach Favorino came out to have a conversation with Anderson. Let's see if it helps him out in any way. And here comes the second pitch. And it's in there for strike one.
I thought he was looking down here to the umpire on first, but he's standing in between first and second. He was calling a strike. Took me a second to catch that. So 1-1 the count. Here comes a pitch from Anderson. That's going to be check, swing, fouled off into the backstop for strike two.
Yeah, just everybody. I talked to a lot of people before this game, parents mostly, and every one of them was just a nervous wreck. That tells you how big this game is right now. That's a high fastball outside for ball 3-3-1 the count on Higgins. And, this is Higgins' second at bat of the game. And let's see if he goes right at him, because I've got 3 balls, 1 strike. Nope, I must have been wrong. Nope. They threw it to second instead of first to get the out at first. Well, first was covered, excuse me.
I was going to say, isn't that an out when not first is occupied?
Yes,
okay.
The first base is occupied, and it took me a second to realize why we threw it down to second. Brody Sagata was right on top of it. He knew he had to try to throw him out at second base because first was already occupied. Just the throw was too late. So out number 1 for the Bloomfield Bobcats. That's going to bring us to the top of the lineup. As it is Troy Jaramillo, who is 1 for 2 in this game. If he's found his way on base both times, and he scored both times. And there's a wild pitch from Anderson way inside, and you just seen Jaramillo try to get out of the way as best as he could. If he would have stayed in there, that would have hit him, no doubt about it.
Well, and that thing was coming fast and hard, so I would have wanted to not get hit by that one either, but it gets all the way to the backstop, and that will advance the runner over to third. So Jaramillo over on third now, as that will be outside for ball 2. Anderson, I don't know if he's just trying too hard right now or what, but, man, he is kind of all over the place on these last couple of pitches.
Yeah, he got the last guy to strike out here. He's got 2 balls and just really trying to find the strike zone. That is high and inside for ball 3. So 3-0 the count. You could look out into the bullpen. Coach Favorino's got a couple of arms getting loose, and somebody's probably going to get called in here shortly. Or at least it looks like they ran somebody out there. Here's the pitch, 3-0 count. Fastball in there for strike 1. So now to Jaramillo, Anderson can really buckle down here because it doesn't get any easier in this lineup once you get to the top of it, obviously. There's a fastball in there for strike 2. So, wow. So Jaramillo forcing Anderson to throw strikes. He's going to go in here with a full count, and Anderson with a nasty off-speed pitch. Steven, that's usually his out pitch. Let's see what he goes with here. Here comes a pitch. Flown out to right field. Douglas and is not going to get there in enough time. There's that other Texas leaguer, and maybe that's what we ought to start calling this game, is the game of Texas leaguers.
Well, and then did you see Corey play it? Like, that thing hit, it had a crazy spin on it. It hit the ground and then took off to the right. Like, it took a weird hop. And you could see Corey Douglas just trying to judge where the ball was going to go off of the hop. That'll be an RBI single for Aramijo and bring up number 14, Elias Munoz.
And that'll put another run on the board. It's a hit and run, foul ball. Goes out of the field of play, takes a count to 0-1.
And yeah, there's some girls here that almost got nailed by that foul ball because they weren't paying attention. And I saw the parents stand up and say, "Hey, you need to be paying attention. You don't want to get hit by that thing."
You absolutely don't. 0-1 the count now to Munoz as he's got Jaramillo standing over at first base with one out. And it's a 10-8 lead thus far for the Tigers. Picked him off at first. We're going to have a rundown. Running him down to second. Threw the ball early. Let's see if they get him here, and they do. So that is going to get Jaramillo out at first off the pickoff move.
6-1.
And that'll be out number 2.
Kale to Anderson on the pickoff. That was a good job by Anderson. He got him leaning the wrong direction and ended up helping himself out as he takes out the runner on first. So now with no runners on, 2 outs, that's going to bring our number 14, Elias Munoz, still at the plate. They're going to call a strike on that.
Yeah, check swing.
Check swing, yeah. 10-8 is your score on this windy afternoon over here at Bloomfield High School. That one is low for ball 1. As we have been fighting some camera issues ourselves in this weather and just different things, but folks, we really enjoy getting to come and call this game. This is a great game. It's fun, and that's gonna be strike 3 as Munoz goes down looking, but not before there was 1 run on 1 hit. No runners left on base and no Aztec errors. So after 3 complete innings, your score is 10-8. The Aztec Tigers leading here at Bloomfield High School on game 1 of district play. We'll be right back.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
Well, we're headed to the top of the 4th inning, and it's a 10-8 lead for the Aztec Tigers. It's going to be 3, 4, and 5 coming up to bat. Watson, Holmes, and Gonzalez. And the shortstop, number 17, Kel Watson. He's walked twice, scored once. So he's got his job done for the Tigers. Let's see what he can come up with here. Walk, base hit. If you're the Tigers and Kel Watson, you want either or to get your team started.
Yeah, and he's done it the last 2 times at bat. He's got on base. He scored a run back in the 1st inning. He unfortunately got thrown out on that steal by Chavarria, that perfect throw. Oh, and that one's going to be high and over the head of Watson for ball 1. but
I mean, it was a beautiful throw
I mean,
by Charveria.
Yeah, if you can get Kel Watson, you did something right.
You exactly right.
Oh, nice hit. He goes out and gets that one. That one was high. Oh, and it goes foul. Man, he went up after that one. It was out of the zone, but he took a hack at it, and it almost paid off. Wow.
I mean, 3 inches foul if you're the Tigers. He barely missed that. Fair, and it's a 1-1 count now to Kel Watson. Let's see what Munoz decides to throw here. Off-speed pitch working really well for Munoz, no doubt about it. And he comes with the off-speed pitch, and Kel Watson way out in front of it. So 1-2 the count, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see Munoz throw another off-speed pitch, but maybe out of the strike zone.
Yeah, that was a good-looking off-speed pitch right there. That was going to be out of the zone.
Sure was.
For ball 2. So 2-2 the count to Kel Watson as Aztec trying to keep a little bit of that momentum going that they had last inning, but they need to get started right here.
Here comes the pitch. There's a shot by Watson. Is it going to get on the fence? No way. The left fielder makes a jumping catch in Gavin Peacock and hauls it in for the F7 out number 1. What a play that was by Peacock. That's probably a triple if he doesn't catch that. No doubt about it.
It might be an in-the-park home run because that thing's probably going to bounce off that fence and come right back towards the infield. And, I'd say he made that look easier than probably what it was because you're thinking about the fence. Where am I at? I don't know exactly how close I am. And he jumps up and makes a nice catch and gets the out, number 1. Here's number 3, Christian Holmes. He's going to swing at that first pitch, and that'll be strike 1 as Munoz. That was that nice off-speed, that curveball got outside, and he got Holmes swinging.
It's got a really late hook to it, too. Ball kind of hangs there.
That one was dirty.
And that one hung there, too. Just went right into the strike zone.
Just came right across the plate, just dove. That was a nice pitch. 0-2 the count now to Christian Holmes. That one will be fouled off as Holmes stays alive. Holmes one for one, right? And then he has 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and got a walk in the 3rd inning.
Yep. 1 for 1 with the walk and 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. He's had a big day for the Tigers. He's a down 0-2 here, though. Here's Munoz. There's a shot out into left field. He's going to get his second base hit out into left field for the day. And Holmes helps his team out as he gets a 0-2 single out into left field. Good piece of hitting by Holmes.
Well, I mean, that was just – I'm sure Munoz would like to have that pitch back because he just placed that ball perfectly. That felt like batting practice as Holmes just swung on it and just placed it right out there in left field. But nice hit by Christian Holmes. Number 20, Uriah Gonzalez coming up to the plate. Drew a walk in the first, has a run scored, was hit by a pitch. Ooh, and he gets way ahead of that one and fouls it outside the 3rd baseline, out of the field of play. But Gonzalez, this young man, if he can get a hold of one, he can get the job done as well. So with a runner on first, 1 out now here in the top of the 4th inning. There's your pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1.
He's a lot like Johnny Yates. He gets a hold of it. You could kiss it goodbye.
Yeah.
Both Johnny Yates for Bloomfield and, of course, Uriah Gonzalez for Aztec both hit the same way. These guys can crush it if they barrel it. And there's an off-speed pitch. Wow, that was called a strike, and that was up high. It was an off-speed pitch. He caught that belt high.
Well, it almost hit Gonzalez's back elbow. His right elbow right there coming in. It didn't look like a strike, but the umpire called it a strike. 1-2 the count, and he's going to foul that one off back into the net. Came right back at us to bring the count, or keep the count at 1-2.
Yep, you can see Chavarria taking a look over at first base to Holmes. He wanted that other pitch outside, maybe try to throw down to first, but now he's going to take a step on the rubber, and we're going to be set to go here. 2 strikes. Fastball. He takes off to second. He's going to be thrown out. I'm not sure. Was that a hit and run and they missed it? Because there's no way you're going to send Holmes to try to steal on Chavarria. That had to be a missed signal. It has to be.
Well, there's no way that your Gonzalez is going to swing at that thing either. That thing was over his head, and that would have been strike 3. I don't know. You couldn't expect him to swing at that. That one's in the dirt for ball 3. So now a full count to Uriah Gonzalez. Yeah, that's number 2.
It has to be. There's no way you send Christian Holmes on a steal on Chavarria. I mean, there's zero offense to Christian Holmes. He's just, Chavarria is a top-notch, top-shelf catcher with a big-time arm behind the dish. There's just no way. Either it was he thought he had a hit and run and took off, or it was a hit and run and the pitch was too. I don't know. But I think something like that, because you don't send him with 1 out.
Yeah.
You just don't. And Uriah Gonzalez at the plate, there's no way.
Not sure what happened there, but just unfortunate for Aztec. So now with 2 outs, full count to Uriah Gonzalez. There's the pitch, and that's going to be outside, so he will walk down to first. And and this is some of that gameplay that we talk about, that strategy. Like right now, you would have runners on first and second, 1 out, but now you have a runner on first with 2 outs. You got Corey Douglas coming up, who can absolutely hit the ball, but you could have a runner in scoring position, I guess, is what I'm saying right now.
Douglas stepping up to the plate. This young man can spot you a run or 2. We'll have to figure out how to get Uriah over to second base if you're the Tigers, because if he gets one to the gap, he's probably not scoring from first. But there's no way you send Uriah Gonzalez on a steal either.
Nope.
Yep, he's just going to have to do it from first base, or if you're the Tigers, if you're the Tigers, maybe on a pass ball, Chavarria, a whole lot don't get past that kid. So
that one's going to be high and outside for ball 1. Yeah, Corey Douglas, you really need him to come through right here. He had that nice double last inning. He has 2 runs scored. Got on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. But they need him to get a hit right here, see if they can't keep things rolling here.
It's a big spot, and Corey loves to be in these positions. He's a state champion wrestler. He just competes at the highest levels of every sport this kid plays. And he's in another spot here with the 2-1 count. There's that nasty off-speed pitch that Munoz throws, and Douglas was way out in front of it.
Yeah, that I would be curious to see what that pitch looks like from a batter's perspective, because that thing, it is crazy when we watch it on the camera here. Oh, and it gets him swinging, and that's going to be strike 3, out number 3. So there was no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no Bloomfield errors. So after 3.5 innings, your score is 10-8. The Aztec Tigers leading. They'll be coming back out on defense. We'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
Well, we're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's going to be 3, 4, and 5. Peacock, Chavaria, and Caruth. And Gavin Peacock, he is 0 for 2 on the day, but he scored a run in the 1st inning. Bottom of the 1st inning, he'll look at a high outside fastball for ball 1. So that right there is one of the things that Anderson, in my opinion, will really have to buckle down, is starting ahead in the count, throwing strikes at that first pitch. He's down 1-0 right now here in the bottom of the 4th. Off-speed pitch in there beautifully for strike 1.
Yeah, that was a good-looking pitch by Anderson right there.
I mean, Munoz and Anderson with a nasty off-speed pitch. Here comes a curveball again, swung on and fouled off.
Gavin Peacock, he was the one that had that nice catch out in left field, right?
Sure did.
That's who that was, yeah.
He saved a big run out there. That was a beautiful play by Peacock.
Wow, that one got away from him, comes in really high. Good job by Sagata to get up there and get that thing. I always admire these catchers because by the end of the game, my knees would be killing me, all that up and down.
Oh, it's brutal.
Oh, got him swinging, and Peacock knows he shouldn't have went after that one. I think in his mind, he had figured out what pitch was coming, and he was swinging regardless, and it got away from him there because he knew he shouldn't have swung at that one even after he did it. He tried to go out and get it, but that'll be strike 3. Out number 1, that'll bring up number 13, Manuel Chavaria, who is 1 for 2. With an RBI and a single and a run scored. Swung on and fouled off. Was it fouled off or did it just go off of Brody's glove?
Yeah, he fouled
off.
it off.
Okay, so strike 1 to Chavaria.
Well, this game is everything we thought it would be, for sure. I didn't think it would be fireworks right off the bat in the 1st and 2nd inning by both of these teams, but hey, that's what makes baseball such a love story. How do you not fall in love with baseball?
Off that 1st inning, it looked like Aztec was going to run away with it, and then Bloomfield just came marching right back into it. That's going to be fouled off, and is that going to stay in the field of play again? Nope, just gets out for a long strike. So 1-2 the count now to Chavaria.
Well, if that doesn't show you how fast Douglas is, how quickly he got over there, way out there at his position, and he got all the way to the fence. Man, that kid can run out there in right field. There's Chavaria with his usual timeout every at-bat at some point. And Anderson says, I'm not moving anywhere. I'm going to stay right here on the mound. Should have been strike 3, was right over the plate. You can see Brody talking to the umpire like, dude, where was that at? But now, here's Chavaria with a 2-2 count. See if he can make some magic happen for the Bobcats. Oh, he'll swing. It goes into the dirt. Here's a throw down to first. And he'll be thrown out for out number 2.
Well, that's going to bring up Cable Caruth, who has had a great day for the Bobcats as he's 2 for 2 with a double and a triple, run scored and an RBI. This young man.
This kid will be at least in the top probably 10 of the best baseball players in New Mexico. No doubt. He's that good. Fastball outside for ball 1, and boy, did Anderson have a little bit behind that. You could hear the glove pop all the way up here.
Well, this young man, he plays football as well, right?
Oh, he does.
I mean, he's a good football player.
He's a lot like Douglas. He plays every sport he plays in at a very high level. You know, you have a lot of those a lot of these players on both of these teams play at such a high level in multiple sports. You've got Chavaria, who was everything as a quarterback for Bloomfield as they won their 2nd straight state championship last year. You got, as we mentioned, Caruth, Chavaria. We were just talking about. You got Johnny Yates as that's ball.
No, strike.
Oh, it was a strike. Okay, excuse me.
2-2 the count.
Then you go to the other side. I mean, this young man who's catching right now, and Brody Sagata's a three-sport athlete. I mean, you just look all over the place, and there's Kale Watson, he plays football at a high level as well as baseball. You got Douglas out in right field, who would have been an amazing three-sport athlete. There's a shot out to right field. Douglas coming in. Does he catch it?
Yes, he made it. He got it.
He does. Oh, he almost dropped it, but he's able to haul it in, and that's F9 out number 3, and that'll do it for the Bobcats.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base, and no Aztec errors. So that's going to do it. 4 complete innings done, and it is 10-8. Aztec leads. We'll be right back.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
Well, we're headed to the top of the 5th inning, and man, folks, buckle up because it's going to come down to the bottom of this game, the tail end of the innings of this game. And just a quick update, we've got Volcano Vista 3, the Pedro Vista Panthers 3 right now in baseball. Farmington Scorpions are trailing Rio Rancho 1-0. And then the Aztec girls will be playing host to the Bloomfield girls, the Bobcats, their opening district matchup tonight at Aztec. So everybody opening up in district this week, tonight, here in the Four Corners.
Yeah, it's getting exciting already. There's a hit, and that's number 27, Hayden Eaton, and he's going to get thrown out at first, as that will be the 1-3 out number 1. It went right back to the pitcher. It's going to bring up number 11, Brody Sagata, over 2. He has 2 strikeouts this evening, and, you kind of feel like he's due. But, man, these pitchers have kind of settled down, and these last couple of innings, it's been a little bit of a duel here. There's a swung on and missed by Brody, so that's 0-1 the count.
Upper half of the zone, and that's probably 3 or 4 pitches Brody has swung at way out in the upper zone. Here's the pitch off speed outside for ball 1-1 the count.
That was a dangerous one right there. Like that outside corner, Chavaria has done a good job of selling it. Fortunately, that one got called a ball. Here comes the pitch, and that was going to be way outside in the dirt for ball 2. It's kind of nice. We have this TV in front of us to see that pitcher perspective. We can kind of see where the ball's going. Sometimes I forget to look at it, though.
Yeah, and folks, when you hear us say that should have been a strike or a ball, it's because we're watching that strike zone just as much as you all are. Here's the pitch in there for strike. And, I mean, that was put right in there for strike 2.
Yeah, Brody probably wishing he would have taken a swing at that one. I noticed Brody, when it comes in a little higher is when he's swinging it. He likes that eyeball. Oh, yeah, that one. That was that off-speed pitch that just drops across the plate as Brody goes down looking for strike 3. That'll bring up number 24, Ethan Hengst.
Well, you've got 2 strikes. It's the old saying, and every coach in America probably tells their kids, you have 2 strikes, you got to dig in and get ready because you have to protect. And there's going to be a lot of pitches thrown at you, especially on this level. Let's see what Hanks can come up with. He is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. And he swings out of his shoes on an off-speed pitch for strike one.
Well, he kind of leaned back on that swing. It felt like he should have maybe leaned in. He might have got a hold of that thing, but oh, there he goes. He got contact with that. One's going to be fouled off down the third baseline. So nice play by Coach there. Scoops that one up, gets it back to the pitcher. That is going to be strike two. So 0-2 the count now to Ethan Hengst. 2 outs, no runners on here in the top of the 5th inning. And this is where here comes the pitch. And he goes down after that one's going to be a base hit as it goes out into left field. He kind of went after that one, didn't he? That one was like kind of low and inside in the zone.
That was
up with a hit.
Excellent pitch by Munoz.
Yeah.
Just a good piece of hitting by Hanks, to be honest with you. Munoz put that pitch exactly where he wanted it, and Hanks just came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, he really had to go down to get that thing. That's going to bring up Jace Archuleta, the leadoff hitter for the Tigers. That's going to be outside for ball one. Had that big double on his last at bat. He's 1 for 2. Drew a walk in the first, has a run scored, and an RBI.
See what Archuleta could do with 2 outs here for the Aztec Tigers, facing a really tough Munoz, who came in relief in the bottom of the 1st inning.
Well, that pitch, that off-speed pitch must look like it's coming in fast because they're getting way ahead of that thing. Whatever, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be crazy or be cool to see what it looks like from the hitter's perspective. That one's going to be low outside for ball 2. Look like that's one of those ones that it's dangerous to let go.
Man,
by.
yeah, that pitch legitimately could have went either way, ball or strike.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Because it did not miss by much. Ground ball to the shortstop, fielded to the second baseman, and that'll get Aztec 3rd out and Bloomfield out of the inning.
Yep, so that's going to do it. We had no runs on 1 hit, no runners left on base, and no Bloomfield errors. We'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
The bottom of the 5th inning, and it's Johnny Yates, the first baseman, coming up to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He got hit by a pitch in the 1st inning. He's got an RBI under his belt as well, and he'll step up to the plate facing Caden Anderson, pardon me. Caden working from the stretch as he does always. Off-speed pitch outside for ball 1.
Yeah, and this is the part of the game where even in this situation, both teams feel a sense of urgency. I mean, you're in that 5th, 6th, 7th inning, and you want to take advantage of every opportunity. Johnny H hits that to Ray. Ray's going to scoop it up, gets it over to first for the out. So that'll be the 4-3 out, number 1. So nice play by Tyler Ray as he had some struggles there back at the beginning of the game, but makes a nice play there, gets the first out. That's what you need to do if you're Aztec on defense. That's going to bring up number 9, Marcus Garcia, the right fielder for the Bobcats. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. There's our guy Ben O'Gean says, "Let's go Tigers," just messaged in on the live stream.
O'Gein, man. We
Mr.
haven't seen our
O'Gein.
buddy in a long time. Or I haven't anyways. There's a shot out into center field. Is he going to get there? No, he doesn't. And it's going to be a double, possibly a triple. Let's see where they hold him up. And it's a stand-up double for Garcia. So he gets himself in scoring position in a hurry as he hit a rocket out to the fence in center field. And now he's in scoring position for the Bloomfield Bobcats. And stepping up to the plate is number 11 is the center fielder, Damian Jaramillo, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. So a big, big spot, big moment.
Yeah, that was a nice hit. I mean, that was tough to get to. Like, it was just a great hit.
I mean, he crushed it.
Not taking anything away from center fielder because he made an effort, but that was just a nice hit. Here comes the pitch, swung on and missed. Big swing.
Boy, it was.
Damian.
Well, he was trying to tie that game up
Yes,
right there with that swing.
Yes, he was. Yeah, Christian Holmes, that's who I was saying, that center fielder out there made a great effort, but that was just a great hit on that last one. We're going to have a timeout by Damian Jaramillo. Really speeds the game up when they don't get to take a timeout.
It sure does. I love
or
it.
they only get one, I should say, because it used to be timeout, over and over and over again.
Comes a pitch. Long hold for Jaramillo as Anderson was set for quite some time. And then threw the pitch right by him. Jaramillo was way behind that fastball.
Right inside. It was a nice-looking pitch.
So Anderson with 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at second base. See what pitch he comes up with for Jaramillo. Swung on and missed. It was a fastball. And that is out number 2. That brings up the 9-spot hitter. It's number 4, Drayton Higgins. And he is 0 for 2 with a run scored.
Yeah, Drayton he made nice. It was E5, but he made that nice contact, and this kid's dangerous at the plate. If you give him the right pitch, he'll make something happen. So Anderson just needing to finish out this inning. Here comes the pitch. Oh.
Yep, that umpire should not have allowed that timeout to be called there, as Anderson was already kicking his foot up, but gave it to him anyways, and that's baseball. Sometimes that just happens.
Way too late.
So Higgins got away with one. And, hey, that's part of baseball right there. So that's the chess match that you're playing. There's an off-speed pitch down low for ball 1.
Hillary said, "Good job, Marcus." Yep, he did. He did do a good job. He hit that thing way out there into the gap and left center on that last at bat. Here comes the pitch from Anderson. Oh, he's going to get him. That was a nice pitch. Strike. He check swinged it, but it was a nice pitch.
Takes the count to 1-1. As Garcia still out at second base.
Wind has calmed down, hasn't it?
Sure has, at least for the moment. There's a shot out to right field, but it'll go out of the field of play, and it'll take the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes as our trucks are out
right
there.
At Corey's truck. That one was good. The fence saved his truck. Oh, goodness. So 1-2 the count now. 2 outs. Runner on second. Anderson looking for that out pitch. What's he going to bring, Albert?
Off speed. Nope. Goes with the fastball, and it was right down the heart of the plate, and it goes into center field, and it'll score another run. Higgins just teed that up as it was thrown right down the middle.
And that's what I was saying. You give him the right pitch, he'll take advantage of it, and he does right there as he gets a RBI single. And I'm with you, Albert. I thought he was going to throw an off speed, but he threw a fastball right in the heart of the plate, and Higgins takes advantage of it. 10-9 is your score. Runner on first now. Here comes the pitch. That's going to catch that outside corner for strike 1. We have number 5, Troy Jaramillo, up at the plate now.
Jaramillo has done an excellent job as a leadoff hitter for the Bobcats, and you see why he's leading off. He's 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. This kid can play baseball. He's a great hitter at the plate. He's got an 0-2 count right now, but don't count him out. Jaramillo is not afraid to take a hack with 0-2. I mean, he's that good. Very disciplined hitter at the plate.
Yeah, this young man, he's in the lineup for a reason. That's going to be high for ball one, as you knew Anderson was going to come up with some sort of waste pitch right there just to try to get somebody going. But Armio said, nope, not going to fall for it. Here comes the pitch, and that'll be hit third base. Archuleta gets it over to first. Good job by Gonzalez to take it off the hop for the 5-3 out, number 3, but not before there was 1 run on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base and no Aztec errors. So after 5 complete innings, your score is 10-9. Aztec leading by 1. We'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
Well, we got start of district play all around us. Farmington Scorpions both open up tonight. They open up against Rio Rancho boys and girls. At Pedro Vista, both of them open up with Volcano Vista. You got Bloomfield taking on Aztec on girls and boys. Kirtland, everybody's playing tonight. And we have a doozy of a game here in Bloomfield, New Mexico. It's 10-9. Aztecs the lead. And it's going to be 2, 3, and 4. Ray, Watson, and Holmes all coming up to bat. Stephen, we've got 9 out. What is that? 3, 6, 9, 12 outs left in this game to go. 6 each.
Yep, you are correct. And that's what I was saying. In that 5th inning, you start feeling that sense of urgency. There's a nice hit to the shortstop. He's going to scoop it up, and he would get it over to first base for the 6-3 out, number 1. Great contact by Ray, but it just unfortunate went right to the shortstop. And that's going to bring up number 17, Cale Watson, who got robbed on that last at bat by Peacock on that great catch out in left field.
Oh, yeah. Peacock definitely had an ESPN catch out there in left field. But beautiful fielding by Troy Jaramillo, the shortstop for the Bloomfield Bobcats. As he fields that right out in front, wastes absolutely no time getting the ball out of his glove. That is a prototypical shortstop and mechanics out there at the shortstop position. That's ball 2 as that ball goes into the dirt. Cale Watson, and man, Cale Watson has just had a day himself. 2 walks. He flew out into left field, as you mentioned. Probably would have been the in-park home run other than Peacock comes out with an ESPN play and jumps about as high as he possibly can, running dead backwards, and comes up with the catch. Great play. That's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, so, there's Kristen Velarde checking in. That's going to be hit to the second baseman, scooped up for the 4-3 out, number 2. But let me finish that. Checking in, it says, thank you, DSL, for the live stream. You guys rock. There's your lovely wife checking in.
Well, she finally checks in. Almost the game's already almost over. We still haven't heard from Mama Parks.
I know we haven't.
So not quite a game yet, but we're halfway there hearing from Miss Velarde. Love you, babe. Glad you tuned in. And it's a 10-9 lead for the Tigers. It's Christian Holmes coming up to the plate, and he is 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBIs. This young man is having himself a day at the plate.
Yeah, he's getting it done for the Tigers tonight, man. Both these teams have some exceptional hitters. There's a nice hit. It's
That's
up
outta
high.
here.
That thing is gone.
It is
yep,
outta
it is
here.
gone.
He crushed that over left field again. Well, I guess left field is the spot to be, Steven.
Ooh.
Man, he crushed that.
You saw Peacock run and just stand at the wall, and you knew it was out of here as he just crushed that thing to put the lead back to 2 as it is 11-9. Aztec leading.
Well, again, doesn't get any easier because you got Uriah Gonzalez stepping up to the plate now for the Aztec Tigers. And, I mean, yeah, folks, you're right. We do sound like I'm not that you're saying this, but, yes, if you are saying this mentally, you're right. We sound like broken records because both of these lineups are so dangerous. You never get to take a batter off, ever, whether it's Anderson facing Bloomfield's lineup or whether it is Munoz or Chavarria facing Aztecs lineup. You just never get a break.
Yeah.
You have to be on your toes at all times for both of these pitchers. Oh, did he hit him? Sure looked like he did.
I guess not.
I guess not, because they both looked at I think all three of them looked at each other like, did he hit him? Did he not?
Well, I think Uriah looked at the umpire to see if he was going to tell him to head down to first, but that one was in there for strike 2.
Yep, threw him an off-speed pitch right inside and completely fooled Uriah. You could tell he kind of buckled his stance a little bit, so he's down. His back's against the wall now with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And Munoz with a nasty off-speed pitch. Let's see if he goes to it. Nope. They tried the high cheddar. Missed his spot down low. And he'll foul it off to stay alive.
Yeah, Gonzalez way ahead of that one. But Gonzalez trying to see if he can't keep things alive here as we're in the top of the 6th inning. And Aztec put one more run back up on the board to keep that slim 2-run lead. Here comes the pitch, and he's way ahead of that one, just fighting it off, battling with every pitch. And as a pitcher, this is where you get exhausted. You can't find that pitch.
And you see why we talk so highly about both of these teams in our pregame, that we could easily see these two teams in the semifinals, if not the state championship. They've got the make of it. That's hit right back at the pitcher. He'll throw it on over to first for out number 3. Gives him the little stare down.
Yeah. So that's going to be.
Not too sure what that was about, and he's got something to say to him still, too. Not too sure what's happening there, but we'll go to break.
All right, 1 run on 1 hit. No runners left on base, and no Bloomfield errors, so we'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
Well, we're back, and we got a couple shout-outs here. We got our guy, Randy Barboa. He usually runs production for us, runs a camera. DSL looking and sounding great. Missing you guys. Yep, we're missing you too, Randy. You should have came and joined us. And then we got Sharon Hanna said, yay, Christian. on his home run, and she also said, let's go Raya for Uriah. And folks, I'm reading those messages now because you guys are a little bit behind where we're at live, and so when you send those messages in, I still like to get those shout-outs in for you.
Well, it's Elias Munoz leading off for the Bloomfield Bobcats, and he's going to be hit by a pitch right off the bat. And boy, if you're the Bloomfield Bobcat fan, you are loving that, because every time Bloomfield has gotten their lead runner on base, Steven, guess what's happened? They've scored him every time. Probably not. So we're going to have a courtesy runner. We didn't get the number, so we do know that there's a courtesy runner in the game right now for the pitcher. And we're going to see Gavin Peacock. We're fixing to hit the really dangerous part of Bloomfield's lineup.
Yep.
And Peacock, he is 0 for 3 in this game, but there's a shot out into left field. Now he is 1 for 4, and they'll stay bag-to-bag right now, but Peacock comes through with a big-time hit, keeps this rally moving along, as now Bloomfield has first and second on base with no outs. And it's Manuel Chavarria coming up to the plate. He is 1 for 3 with the run scored and an RBI for the Bloomfield Bobcats. And he's done a great job behind the plate for his pitcher in Munoz.
Well, that was just a great job by Hinkst. If that ball gets by him, you got Munoz standing on third. That was a high check swing for strike one. But what I was saying is Hinkst got over there quickly, got the ball, got it back in, and prevented Munoz from getting on third. But now with runners on first and second, no outs, Chavarria with an opportunity here. They're tying a run on first base. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the pitch from Anderson. That's in there for strike 2. Number 2 on the courtesy runner. Do we have Donovan Mickus? He was in earlier. Man, the stands have really filled in, haven't they?
Well, they sure have.
Got a good crowd out here.
Here's an 0-2 pitch to Chavarria. Shot out to center field. That might drop down. Let's see, does he get there? He does. And I thought the wind might just drop that right down. We've seen that so many times tonight. But the center fielder right there, and Christian Holmes for the F8 out number 1. Still 2 runners on for the Bobcats. But goodness, that brings up Cable Carruth. And man, has this guy been hot tonight. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored.
Yeah, a double, a triple. Double and a triple. This kid, man, you don't want to put anything anywhere that he can get a hold of it. You got to come up with some pitches here. That's going to be ball 1.
Well, and if you're Anderson, you got to have a little bit of swag to yourself too and say, I know I can throw this by you, And when you're a pitcher and you're facing a really elite baseball player and a player like Cable Carruth, let's see if he challenges him here a little bit. Off-speed pitch, hard shot to second. He missed it. And that was a tough play to make, no doubt about it. It went to his glove side. Another run will score, or a run will score for the Bobcats. Still 1 out, but, man, Ray tried about everything he could do to haul that in, Stephen. It was a rocket of a hit right at him. I think the only thing he could have done was got his body right in front of that ball to keep it in front of him, and that run does not score. So you just knock that down, and he's going nowhere.
I think it just came so quick.
It was.
He just did the best he could with what he had. And looks like we're going to bring in a new pitcher as Caden Anderson.
It's
going to be Ray. So Ray's going to come on to the mound for the Aztec Tigers, as it is a 1-run game now with 1 out. 11-10 is your score here. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning, and man, it's just you're in. I guess if it's me as a player, I'm not even going to say as a coach, and maybe even as a coach, but you go back to that 2nd inning where you gave up 5 runs on 3 errors, and you're going, oh my gosh, where would we be at right now if that hadn't happened?
You're right.
And, Aztec with that slim 1-run lead, and now you're bringing in a new pitcher, and you're hoping that Ray can come in and throw strikes, get out on out plays. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to.
Well, it's a closing opportunity for Ray. They're ahead 11-10, so this would be a close opportunity for Tyler Ray to come in and help his team out. And let's see if he's indeed able to do that. He's in a tight pinch right now with one out and a runner at first and second. A ground ball could get them out of this inning with the double play. Certainly you want to try to get an out, and if you could get an out in the infield, you want to try to get the lead runner out. But nonetheless, you need outs. And so right now, if you're the infield, you're talking to each other saying, I don't care how hard the ball's hit or where it's hit, put your face in front of the darn thing and don't let it by you. And that's the difference of you folks may hear the passion come out of my voice. I was a shortstop my entire high school career, and that's what we did. You didn't let anything by you. You stuck your face right in front of it, and if it hit you in the stomach or the shoulder, wherever, it hit you where it hit you, but you kept it in front of you. And let's see what happens here because Johnny Yates, man, this is a tough out here again. Here comes a pitch. Ray off speed.
Oh.
Wow.
Ball.
Did he call that a ball?
Yep, he did.
Oh, he did. All right. So Yates will take ball one.
Well, and I mean, you've been all game looking at that left-hander coming at you. Now you got a righty throwing the ball. It's going to be a little bit of a different look. Tyler Ray steps off the mound, steps back on. Got runners at first and second. Johnny Yates at the plate. Here comes the pitch. Good job by Sagata.
Absolutely.
Stops that thing.
Curveball in the dirt. Keep it in front of you. Boy, he's had a big day behind the plate. He has really worked behind the plate today. 2-0 the count. Ray looking to get a strike here. And he is off speed, and it is falling quite short in front of the plate. I'm not sure if he's just not extending his arm out long enough. I haven't been able to watch it to see if I can watch it here, but he's thrown 3 straight off speeds in the dirt. Let's see what happens here.
Now he's got to get a strike, but now Yates at the plate. Goodness. And that's going to be ball. Oh, and it gets by Sagata. Oh, well, it's going to load the bases anyhow. So that's going to be 1 out, bases loaded now as Aztec trying to get out of this inning. They just brought in Ray up on the mound to see if he can close this out. But, man, he is in a tough spot. As you got number 9, Marcus Garcia had that nice shot out into the gap into left center and a run scored in that last inning.
Well, you'll see the first baseman and the third baseman play the grass. The middle infield will play double play depth as there's an off-speed pitch in there for strike one as Marcus Garcia is the hitter now for the Bloomfield Bobcats. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a run scored. And he's down 0-1 with bases juice. Bloomfield in great position right now. Off-speed pitch outside for ball 1. Now the wind kicks back up a little bit. Let's see what happens here for the Aztec Tigers taking Bloomfield. There's a shot out into center field. That's going to score the run. He missed it. The left fielder could not track the ball down. It went over his head. Here's the throw from Watson at home. There's the tag. Safe. And the left fielder had the ball, Steven. He had it run down, and Ethan Hangst. And he misjudged it. He did not run back far enough, and it went over his head right past his glove. And 2 runs score, and the Bobcats take the lead.
Is that considered a hit? Or is
That's
that
a hit.
Okay.
That is a hit and 2 RBIs for sure.
2 RBI single then.
Yep, didn't hit his glove, so it's a hit.
So Johnny Yates stays at second. Going to bring in Tristan Work, number 10. It's the courtesy runner for Yates. As Bloomfield takes the lead in the bottom of the 6th. They are now up by 1, 12-11 with 1 out on that hit. I mean, that's another thing, that ball gets by Hinks. If he makes that catch, that's one run, and then nothing else. Oh, so that's a substitution. So Coulter's gonna come out and visit the mound. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff
Well, it's a new ball game as Bloomfield took the lead back 12-11 now over the Aztec Tigers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Off of the missed fly ball in left field, that would have been at least 2 outs and 1 run would have scored. It would have still been an 11-10 game, but now that ball goes over the left fielder's head. We got 2 runs scored, and Bloomfield back in business, and not to mention they've only got 1 out. And Kel Watson now the pitcher on the mound for the Aztec Tigers. As, boy, it just feels like, Steven, it has been mistake after mistake after mistake by Aztec.
Yeah, Aztec has really hurt themselves this evening with, like I said, I hate to keep going back to it, but that second inning. Was it the second inning, I believe? Yeah, second inning that killed him. And we talk about this all the time. The errors in baseball, it's like a chess move. Like one wrong move can kill you. That's what errors are in baseball. And it doesn't take much, and it can change the whole complexion of a game, and that's what happened here. There's been some momentum shifts back and forth, but it's like you said, you almost feel like who's going to be last at bats, and right now Bloomfield's taking advantage. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Kel Watson now on the mound, and he's going to try the pickoff move back to second. Nothing there, but we got runners on first. I said that runners on first and second, and this count is 1-0 now to Damian Armijo, and he's going to pop that one way up. It's going to go out of the field of play for strike 1.
Yeah, Kel Watson coming in to pitch for the Aztec Tigers. And, man, Bloomfield, you cannot take anything away from this team. Not that we were, but, boy, they have really capitalized on Aztec's mistakes in this game, and we mentioned this a number of times. That is a sign of a championship caliber team. You have to take advantage of the other team's mistakes and capitalize on that, and Bloomfield has certainly done that today. He's taken off to third, didn't have to. There's the tag, and he's out. That's the second out of the game, and I am not sure what. You can see Coach Valencia looking at his runner and that was the runner that they brought into the game. So he's going to replace Johnny Yates at first base, is number 10. He was thrown out at third for out number 2.
Tristan Work. So now 2 outs, runner on first. That helps Aztec out. That's going to be ball 4 as Armijo will head down to first base. And that will bring up number 4, Dayton Higgins, the dangerous hitter, as Anderson teed one up for him on that last at bat. He had that nice RBI single out into left center. Here comes the pitch from Watson. It's going to be low for ball 1.
Yeah, this is the first time we've gone the whole way with the game, so it's kind of different for us. We're used to having a 2-hour time limit, but we're right over 2 hours here. And it's a 12-11 lead. There's a shot out to right field. It's going to be a short one. Here's Douglas trying to get there. He does not. And it's going to score another run for the Bloomfield Bobcats. The second baseman couldn't get over there. Douglas couldn't get there. And a base hit with an RBI, and Bloomfield extends their lead.
Yep.
And now, not only do they extend their lead, they have runners at first and third.
Yeah, and Douglas, I mean, he made a great effort. Holy cow, he sprinted all the way in to get that and just barely missed it. Didn't quite get there in time. And fortunately for Bloomfield, that will add another run to the scoreboard as they now lead 13-11. Oh, another nice hit. That's going to bring in another run. That's out into right field as Troy Armijo comes up with the RBI single to add another run to the board for the Bobcats. And we have now hit through the lineup, and we are back to number 14, Elias Munoz.
Well, if you look at Aztec and they don't come out on top of this game, you are going to look at errors, number one, for sure. And you're going to look at how many walks they've had. Bloomfield has had offensively are the two main things that you're going to look at when you're watching film back on this game. Just not enough strikes thrown today. That's ball 2 up high, so 2-0 the count. Yeah, Aztec really was right there, and it just seems like, boy, when the innings have gone south for them, they really go south.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate. I mean, Aztec had such a great start, but, man, that's Bloomfield, though. That's why they're the team they are. They battled right back. They didn't lose their composure. They just came right back, and here we are at the end of this game, and, man, it just keeps getting worse for Aztec as Bloomfield keeps coming up with run after run, and this is not the time you want that to happen.
No, you are right. This is not the time you need that to happen, and that's ball 4, and the bases will be loaded with 2 outs. All of this with 2 outs. So that'll push everybody up another base. And that's going to bring up Gavin Peacock. Peacock 1 for 3 in this game with 2 runs scored. He's got an opportunity right here as Bloomfield has 2 outs. There's a shot. Oh, pardon me. Boy, was I off on that one. That was hit foul ball. I thought that was going out to center field. 0-1 the count on Gavin Peacock with 2 outs here. Bases loaded for Bloomfield. And you've got Watson on the mound for the Tigers.
Oh,
check swing. Well, he check swung it, but he didn't go all the way around, but the umpire's going to call it a strike nonetheless. Yeah, he certainly held it off, but umpire gives it the strike call. So 0-2 now. That's outside. He hit the spot exactly where Brody Sagata wanted it thrown, but it was way outside. See if you could get him to chase it. And now it's a 1-2 count. Here comes a pitch. Off speed. Fly ball to the realm of the pitcher. They're going to let him take it. He hauls it in, and that's out number 3. But not after Bloomfield takes a commanding lead, 14-11.
Yeah, so that's going to be 5 runs on 4 hits, 3 runners left on base, and no Aztec errors. So after 6 complete innings, Bloomfield now leading 14-11. We'll be right back.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live.
quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
We're headed into the top of the 7th inning. This is it, Steven. Aztecs got to do it here. They got to at least put up 3 runs, 4 to take the lead, and then they're going to have to hold off Bloomfield to keep this game going. But they're going to have to score 3 without a doubt, period. That's it.
Yeah,
done.
I mean,
you score 3, then you at least make it to the next inning. You don't, and this game's over, and Bloomfield takes a 1-0 lead up of Aztec in district.
You're right. No choice. You got to score 3 runs right now. That's that. And Corey Douglas stepping up to the plate. I mean, if there's anybody that can get this team started here in this situation, Corey Douglas is your man. He doesn't seem to let pressure get to him, and he can hit the ball. So if you're Bloomfield, you got to find a way. If you're Munoz, you got to find a way to throw the pitches that either you can get the out, you can strike them out, or you can have it gives your defense out on out plays.
He's done a fine job in this game. Munoz came in relief, and Bloomfield has rode the top of his shoulders all the way to the top of the 7th inning. He's done a fine job for the Bobcats. There's a big shot out into right field. Right underneath it, for the F9, out number 1 is Marcus Garcia. Aztecs down to 2 outs now.
Well, the wind, unfortunately, for a left-handed hitter does not help you out, as he hit that thing into right field, and the wind just kind of hung it up in the air. He got a hold of it, but it just hung it up in the air, and it came down right to the right fielder. So now with 1 out, number 27, Hayden Eaton, the designated hitter, steps up to the plate. He crushes that one out into the gap. Is it going to get down? Yep, it's going to get down all the way to the fence. So that will be a stand-up double for Hayden Eaton, as he will get things going for Aztec, and that's what they need right now. So now Brody Sagata, who is 0 for 3 on the after. Oh, no, they're bringing in a new hitter. This is number 4. Do we have the name on number 4?
Yep.
Jaden Brooks.
The speedster in Jaden Brooks. Remember him?
That's right.
I got corrected a couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
I thought he was still out in left field, and he got replaced, and we didn't catch on to that. So let me rephrase that. I didn't catch on to that before I spoke, and I got corrected.
Yeah.
The Aztec Lady Tigers leads the Bloomfield Lady Bobcats 4-0 in the 2nd inning right now. There's a shot out into left field, but that's going to go out of the field of play.
If that stays fair, that one's probably getting out of here too. He got a hold of that one. So that'll be strike 1, just a long strike, as Jaden Brooks now at the plate for the Tigers. He's got a runner in scoring position over there at second base. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 1.
Well, that ball better be completely past Chavarria if you're taking off and you're on the bag, because you need runners. Be smart. Don't run yourself out while you're on the bags. If you're the Tigers, you got to be smart. That is outside. Nice job by Chavarria to try to pull that in. Doing his job out there. So it's a 2-1 count now. Outside again for ball 3.
You hear the fans going, "Oh my gosh, they want a strike call," but man, when you can see it nice and clear on that screen.
Well, you can see Chavarria telling his coach, "No, it's not a strike." When you see Chavarria do this, he's telling the coaches, "Don't say anything. It's a ball." There's a ground ball to the shortstop. He's been perfect today thus far. Big arm over to first. He fielded it cleanly. He just waited way too long to throw it to first. And what did I say when he first came up to hit? Brooks is a speedster.
Oh, yeah.
He flat out outran that throw. That's what happened there.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Hayden Eaton did a good job of distracting the shortstop just long enough to make him hold the ball before that throw, because that gave Brooks just enough time to get down there. So does that count as a base hit then?
It is a base hit.
All right.
Absolutely.
So now the tying run coming up to the plate as we have one out and two runners on, first and second. So number 24, Ethan Hengst, there's a hit, and it gets past the shortstop. That's going to bring a run,
Big
and they're going to
arm.
send him.
Big arm
They're
in
gonna
left
send
field.
him. Safe. He called him safe. Wow, that was close.
That was very close.
really, really close.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
No.
the young man out in left field in Peacock has a huge arm, and he made that interesting all the way, and now it's a 2-run lead for the Bobcats with one out, but now they've got a runner at second and third, and we're going to have a visit from Coach Valencia here really quick.
Well, man, I have to give Aztec some credit. They've come out and they got to work. The tying run now standing on second as Ethan Hengst. I don't know if you could have hit that ball any more perfect to get it past the shortstop on that hit, because, man, that was like inches away from Troy Jaramillo just making that catch and making an F6 out number 2. But, man, Aztec, here they are fighting back, battling, trying to get back in this game. And, at this point, nothing would surprise me. We've had these up. I mean, the momentum shifts in these games have been crazy.
Well, you're Jace Archuleta walking up to the plate for the Aztec Tigers. He's had a pretty good day of making contact. All he needs is a base hit here. It's scoring one for sure. The question is, will it score the second one as Hank's at second base? He's quite fast as well, but if it goes to left, we'll have to see. But that's a fastball down in the dirt for ball one. So Archuleta, if you're Archuleta, your approach at the plate is you're going to shorten up your swing and strikes. You make him throw you strikes. Of course, Munoz has done that all game. That's outside, just a tad.
That umpire, he fakes everybody out every time. He jerks his arms out like he's going to call a strike, and then he does. That's why the fans are getting a little crazy out here. They're getting frustrated because they think he's going to call a strike, and then he doesn't. Oh, that one's fouled off. For strike one, 2-1 the count now. One out, runners on second and third. Jace Archuleta with a great opportunity here. If he can come up with a base hit, he's going to score at least one run.
A little surprised they haven't turned the lights on here at the stadium, but hopefully they will shortly. 2-1, check swing.
Oh, he wants that one
2-2
back.
now. And this is a big at-bat for both Archuleta and Munoz. Let's see who comes out on top at this at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 runners on. Curveball.
Oh, goes down looking. So that'll be strike 3, out number 2, and that'll bring up number 6, Tyler Ray. So Bloomfield needing one more out. Aztec needing a big hit right here from Mr. Ray.
Well, I guarantee you, Ray has not had a bigger moment than he's got right now in front of him. If he gets a base hit, we're tied up. If we don't, we'll see what comes of that piece of it. But here's Munoz. He wanted Ray to call timeout. He purposely set that up, made him wait for a while. So he'll say, all right, I'll call timeout. Here we go.
Ray 0 for 3. Can he come up with a big hit when he needs it most?
I can tell you,
ball 1.
He did not miss by much on that pitch. No doubt about it. Matter of fact, that could have went either way, ball or a strike. So here we go, 1-0. The same spot again.
Ooh.
Called ball, so 2-0. And he literally threw that right in the same spot.
Well, at least the umpire's consistent, right?
That's right. Hey,
He
that's
didn't
all
call
you
the
can
strike.
ask for.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with the ball or strikes, they've been pretty consistent today. No doubt about it. So 2-0 the count now.
Did Ray call another timeout?
Well, I thought you were only allowed one.
Huh.
All right, well, so he called another timeout, and it's a 2-0 count now. Here comes a pitch from Munoz. Off speed, swung on and fouled off. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike.
Man, that thing's got a lot of movement on it, doesn't it?
That's a really good pitch for you.
Yeah. So 2-1 the count now to Tyler Ray, and 2-run lead for the Bobcats. Aztec with 2 outs, 2 runners on. And we are in the top of the 7th inning. They need both those runners to cross the plate. Tyler Ray in a big moment here. Here comes the pitch from Munoz. And he's going to hit that. It's going to go right to the shortstop. Should be the easy out. 6-3, out number 3. Bloomfield will come away with the 2-run win, as your final score will be 14-12. As the Bobcats will win this first district matchup between these two teams.
Well, we certainly appreciate you folks tuning in here with Desert Sports Live. That we just got one piece of business to take care of, and that's our Desert Sports Live player of the game. And I don't know who you're going to say offensively for the Bloomfield Bobcats.
Man, that's a tough one.
I mean, you got Cable Caruth with 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and he was 3 for 4. So we'll give it to Cable Caruth.
That's who I was thinking.
Offensively, our Desert Sports Live player of the game is Cable Caruth. He was 3 for 4 in today's game, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. And, of course, the Desert Sports Live player of the game is Elias Munoz, the winning pitcher for the Bloomfield Bobcats. We want to wish everybody a safe trip back home. Enjoyed the game here tonight, and we'll get set for the next round of district play between these two teams. Thanks for rocking out with Desert Sports Live. God bless, and we're out.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.